Passengers on a United Express plane that made an emergency landing are now on their way back to their intended destination hours later. 10 News reporter Whitney Williams spoke to one of the passengers and tells us what happened.
Dozens of passengers left Charleston, West Virginia en route to Chicago, but they had to make an unexpected stop here on Monday night at Dayton International Airport just before 8 p.m. due to smoke in the cockpit of the aircraft.
That was a very scary experience.
52 passengers and crew left West Virginia International just before 7 o'clock Monday night, about an hour later than the original departure time. One passenger who wishes to remain anonymous says, though possibly unrelated, they started experiencing problems even before they left West Virginia.
There was a weight distribution issue, and then they asked a volunteer to get off the plane. So this girl volunteered to get off the plane, and then that didn't solve the problem. So they moved some of the luggage from the overhead down to the bottom of the plane.
Sitting near the front of the plane, she was on her way to spend the new year with family when about 30 minutes into the flight, she started to smell something burning.
Immediately my body just kind of went into that shock, oh, this is bad. And I turned to the person beside me and I said, hey, do you smell that? And he's like, yeah, I smell that. The smell was getting stronger, and then the smoke alarm went off.
After about 10 minutes, the crew announced they would make an emergency landing at Dayton International Airport. Once on the ground, rescue and fire crews responded. In a statement from SkyWest Flight 4644 diverted to Dayton, Ohio due to a mechanical indication last night. The flight landed safely, and we are working to help customers resume their travels as quickly as possible. The airline organized overnight accommodation, food vouchers, and flights for the travelers, but this passenger says she rented a car to drive back to Charleston.
There was kind of that moment that kind of puts everything in perspective, are you going to die? Which is a lot to experience, and to just hop back on a plane and, I just feel like that would be triggering, especially the next morning.
Officials say no one was hurt. Whitney Williams, 2 News.